Hey everybody, welcome back to this somewhat messy studio. I just wanted to make an announcement. I'm going to be doing something different on the channel starting this week. I'm going to be doing I'm going to be doing some weekly updates, like sort of like a vlog style post once a week. I'm going to try to anyway, because I will be going out in September on the North American tour of the Book of Mormon, and I'm really excited about it. I just want to, I don't know, do sort of like a journal style thing on the channel for people that might be interested on the process of preparing for and going out on a contract like this. It's kind of interesting. I don't know, to me. Maybe it'll be interesting to others out there. Also, hopefully this gets me a little bit more comfortable on camera, because I feel like I'm still quite uncomfortable doing this sort of thing. I haven't made an announcement on social media yet. I think I'll be doing that in the next week or two, hopefully. I just don't have, anything kind of visual to present, and the platforms I use are somewhat visual, so but hopefully I can put out something in the next week or so. I kind of knew in the winter, maybe like January, February, that this was a show that I could potentially go out on. Obviously, it's been a few years since I've done anything like this. I think it was March 2020 when A Bronx Tale closed, and it's August now of 2022, so it's been a few years. I'm really pleased to be going back out. It wasn't until mid-May that I received what we call a deal memo for the Book of Mormon. A deal memo kind of is a form that you get sent that basically lays out sort of the bones of what your contract will look like, including pay and housing and per diem. And you also get like a tentative schedule, sort of a current schedule of what they have as far as cities that you'll be going to. That's still sort of subject to change at that point, but it gives you a rough idea of sort of what the tour may look like. It wasn't until late June that I actually received a contract. So I said yes in mid-May, but as is sort of, I guess, the way with these things, an official contract to sign didn't come until late June. So it was a bit of a wait. Tour is looking like it's going to be 35 weeks, maybe 36, possible extension at the end, I'm sure. But it'll basically all start mid-September, September 16th, and the contract I have specifies an end date of, I think, June 25th or 26th, something like that. Late June of 2023. We're looking at 50 cities is what I counted on the schedule I have. That's kind of subject to change, and that's not counting previews. So a good long tour, plenty of cities, some nice long sits. I think I only counted 4 or 5 one-night stops, which are usually pretty tough. So that's pretty low for 35 weeks. So I'm looking forward to that. I should clarify, it's not 35 weeks of playing total. There is like a Christmas break sort of built into the schedule, so it's more like 31 or 32 weeks. So 32 weeks about, and 50 cities, 51 cities. So pretty decent schedule. So I got my music in early July, right around the time I caught COVID for the first time, which was fun. Got the music early July, very early July, and was able to, crack the book open and start having a look. They send you, or I was sent a PDF copy of my book. Hopefully the physical copy is coming in the mail soonish, but I'm able to read it off my computer monitor as to practice, so it hasn't been that bad. You just can't mark the book the way you normally would when you're going through it and rehearsing it. So the idea with these videos is the idea for these videos is to sort of show what the process is when you're preparing for a show like this, a contract like this, and to give you an idea as well of what it's like to be out on the road with a touring production like this. So I'd like to keep this up through preparation and 35 weeks of touring. First thing I wanted to start with is this week is to just show what I have here, this practice board. This is sort of helping me stay focused throughout a week. So I have like the week listed up here, and then I've just kind of laid out what I want to work on sort of daily, and then any kind of like general notes to myself when they come up. But you'll see, fundamentals I really want to focus on daily, and then show stuff that I need to kind of dial in on this week. And this kind of helps me stay focused on the book and what I'm doing, and hopefully helps me prepare a little bit more thoroughly for when I arrive at full band rehearsals. This week, fundamentals is just a lot of multi-tonguing. I'm trying to multi-tongue every day, double and triple tongue. I'm really not good at it. I haven't spent ever the proper amount of time on it. So this is there's a couple multi-tongue passages, nothing crazy, but there's a few of them in the show. And so it's good impetus to really put in some good work on it. So I'm trying to get to these every day. I play a high D in the show, and that note is kind of my nemesis. So I'm just doing high register work as well, and making sure that I put in enough time every day to really maintain good strength in my embouchure. And then part of that is trying to get to row shoes on at least one of the horns every day. I should note, this is a double horn show. It's tenor and bass. It's a tenor and bass trombone book. Not a lot of bass trombone, honestly, like a few bars total in the entire show, but two really fat, loud, low C's in the first act to kind of punctuate a line in the show. So that should be fun. So I need to make sure that I'm maintaining my bass trombone chops. And it'll be nice to have a reason to bring the Holton out on tour. And then, this week there's a run at the end of one of the numbers that I want to make sure I play every day, run through. And I'm testing out some equipment, trying to find the right equipment setup for my Shires. It's a very commercial show, but it has these warm passages, a lot of them actually in the middle part of the horn, and a few nice fat low notes in there. Nothing below a concert E, below the staff, but so I'm trying to get the right setup based on the equipment I have to give the right sort of commercial, bright, punchy sound that I think a lot of the numbers call for, but still be able to play warmly, richly in that middle register. It's kind of tricky. I'm testing out a few different mouthpieces. So anyway, that's it for this week. I'm going to try my best to stay consistent with this. I think there are some people out there that might find it interesting, at the very least. My mother. Hi, Mom. And anyway, I'll catch you next week.